Max Verstappen has a great chance of sealing his second World Championship at the Japanese Grand Prix after pipping Charles Leclerc for pole position and keeping top spot following a post-qualifying investigation. Verstappen was summoned by the stewards after an ultra-close Suzuka shootout after inadvertently turning in on Lando Norris on their first Q3 outlap and nearly creating a huge collision, but was only handed a reprimand. The stewards said that Norris, who had earlier insisted Verstappen tried to block him, accepted a near miss at high speed was an unfortunate incident as the Red Bull driver tried to warm up his tyres. Verstappen's escape means he stays on pole, which he claimed by just 0.010 ahead of Leclerc, and conceal his second crown by winning and setting fastest lap starting at 6 a.m. UK time. Christ. Leclerc finished agonisingly just behind Verstappen in qualifying, with teammate Carlos Sainz also within a tenth, and though Verstappen did not improve on his final lap, he still took pole with 29.304. Sergio Perez was 4th, while Esteban Ocon beat both Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton was the lead silver hour in 6th, George Russell only 8th, as the team down on top speed failed to replicate their Friday pace in the wet weather, which could be back for Sunday's race. Norris was only 10th from McLaren behind Sebastian Vettel, who was emotional on an impressive last qualifying at his favourite track. But anyway, Verstappen in dominant form appeared well on his way to take pole throughout Saturday's shootout. Quickest in Q1 and at the start of Q2, there were already huge contentious moment at the start of Q3. Before the lap that would eventually give him pole, the Dutchman was driving slowly along the fast section of the track, warming up his tyres. Norris then took a different outlap strategy and went to overtake Verstappen on the straight before the Red Bull swerved left as he tried to accelerate on his cold tyres. Norris had to take swift action, avoiding onto the grass. Verstappen raised his hand up to apologise to Norris on the in-lap, but the stewards quickly stated he was under investigation and at risk of a penalty. The rules state at no time may a car be driven unnecessarily slowly, erratically, or in a manner which could be deemed potentially dangerous to other drivers or any person. However, after the meeting between Verstappen and Norris, the stewards only issued a reprimand, as all previous breaches in each have previously resulted in that punishment. The driver of car 1 was aware of car 55 in front and car 4 approaching from behind and decided to accelerate at precisely the same time as car 4 decided to overtake car 1, noted the verdict. Unfortunately, due to lack of tyre temperature on car 1, the driver temporarily lost control of the car, causing it to snap anti-clockwise. The driver of car 4 stated that this was simply an unfortunate incident. However, it is the driver's responsibility to keep control of the cars at all times, the steward said. Before seemingly accepting that Verstappen's move was unintentional, Norris had accused his friend of impeding him. I mean, it's quite clear he tried to block me, said Norris. There's no role on what you can do, but doing what he did is something that you can't do. People always overtake before the last corner, as much as everyone agrees to it. Everyone always does it, so it doesn't matter. He probably would have done the same if it was in my situation, but I wouldn't have swerved at him if I was in the situation. Verstappen, however, agreed that Norris should have been more respectful. We were on our outlap and we were all lining to try and create a gap, and everyone and someone he still wants to get me into the chicane, said Verstappen, but I was at the point of acceleration. I was on very cold tyres. So I had a little moment, and that's why he had to drive around me. But if you're just being a bit more respectful, then everyone is already lining up. I don't think anyone is trying to pass to that last chicane. So basically, trying to pass me, you create that kind of problem. Christian Horner also cited the gentleman's agreement that drivers hold the positions on their outlap, and Verstappen added, Lando is a very good friend of mine, so I would never try to deliberately push him off track. Maybe he thinks I did. I saw him coming quite and wanted to stay ahead of him. As soon as I accelerated, I lost the rear by having cold tyres. I had a big moment and tried to correct the car, and that's why he had to go through the glass. Maybe he saw it as I was trying to turn it on in on him, but I lost the car and couldn't have done anything else, he said. Red Bull and Ferrari were in a league of their own on Saturday, while Mercedes were locked in a battle behind with McLaren and Alpine. Lacking straight line speed in the car they surely can't wait to see the back of. Hamilton and Russell had to put their all into making Q3, and they could only manage 6th and 8th respectively. They were beaten by Ocon and sandwiched by the other impressive Alpine of Fernando Alonso. Vettel was another standout, making it to Q3, but Aston Martin teammate Lance Stroll was eliminating Q1, while the big disappointments came down at AlphaTauri. Gasly, who earlier in the morning was finally confirmed by Alpine, only qualified 17th, and Gerald news, of course, coinciding with Nick De Vries will step up to Williams at the end of the season. But anyway, guys, before I go, let me run you through the final classification. Max Verstappen on pole. Should he have got a penalty for that? I don't know. I probably would have thought at the time it'd be a penalty, but if all previous ones were reprimands, and I suppose fair enough, he did a good job, deserving a pole. Ferraris, I suppose they got close, but decent job by them, and they'll be gutted not to take pole. Half a tenth was all that was in it, really. Even less than that for Leclerc. Ocon 4th. What a brilliant job by him. Perez 4th. I got a bit excited myself. Perez 4th. I mean, like a bit off the pace, really. After Singapore, I thought maybe step it up, but full tenths off the Ferraris and the Red Bull. Disappointing. Ocon 5th. Really, really good job by him. kind of been behind Alonso, same as Hamilton really, and just pulled out of the bag. Mercedes qualifying pace really, really bad. I don't know what happened since their pace yesterday. I know that was in the wet, but still, they should really have better race pace than Alpines. But we'll see. Alonso 7th, he was the 5th fastest throughout the session, so I think he'll be disappointed. Russell now, I think he's been beaten by Hamilton 5 times in a row, so Mr. Saturday, qualifying not quite going his way at the moment, maybe you could say. But anyway, you got Vettel and Knights really extracting the most out of the car. We see Stroll down in 19th, so that's really poor from Stroll. But yeah, Vettel showing he still has it. Norris in 10th. Ricciardo in 11th. Ricciardo looked quicker for a lot of that session. I don't know what happened at the end of Q2. Couldn't find much improvement. But yeah, for McLaren, a bit of a scrappy session. Obviously with that incident with Verstappen as well, but keep on mentioning. So yeah, frustrating. Bottas 12th. Alfa Romeo looked to have some solid pace as well, so I think he'll be disappointed he's out. Tsunoda's 13th. Not a bad first showing at Suzuka for him. Outperformed Gasly really, so he'll be pleased with that. Zhou 14th. Bit behind Bottas, but kind of it's similar ballpark. Schumacher 15th. I think he'll be disappointed to get out of Q10 and not really be advanced, but I think that's kind of limitation of Haas. Albon 16th, decent showing from him really, and when you look where the Latifi is, but of course that's the Latifi. And then you got Gasly, he just wasn't really on it. Magnussen and Stroll, and the Latifi of course, who compared to their teammates just weren't really where they want to be, so I think they will be somewhat disappointed with their performance, all of them I think really out in Q1, and maybe it's at Albon. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, don't stop, comment, and follow this show for daily wrestling news and Sky Top channel. I'd greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.